Well, your mom is taking care of you for all these years. Now it's time for you to take care of her. Joining me now is David Carrier. Good morning, David.
Good morning. Leanne, this is a new look for you, isn't it? I mean, what's going on here?
Speaking of moms, is home with baby Bronson. What's the perfect gift for Mother's Day in your world?
Oh, the perfect gift for Mother's Day? Yeah. A life plan workshop, of course.
Oh, top of the list.
That's right. I mean, right at the, you know.
But seriously, there's obviously a value to this.
Right. We do the life plan workshops. We do the planning all the time, and you know, like you said in the intro, it's like mom's taking care of you. Why don't you help take care of her? And one of the things that we strive to do, especially for the moms, right, is to make sure that your stuff lasts as long as you do. Now, we have young mothers like Leanne, right, where she has very different, you know, priorities than someone who's older. You know, like your mom has different priorities than Leanne has, simply because obviously you're making it, you know, success and all the rest. Well, when the kids are younger, it's even more important that you do the planning. Do you see? Because when you're younger, now we're worried about, well, how do I get Todd from 6 to 26? Am I close?
Oh, you're right on
the money. Okay, very good.
Thank you. But let's let you talk more.
Yeah. but you know, at your age, it's like, hey, you know, he's out in the world, he's making it. You know, whether you get an inheritance or not so important. And so then we shift focus to making sure not just that you're okay, which is the initial, like Leanne, make sure baby's okay, to, you know, set feet on the path, to how do we make sure that my stuff lasts as long as I do? That's the goal for your mom. So often we have people, you know, your mom's age, who are all concerned about, oh, we're going to leave something to the kids, leave it to the kids, whereas our focus is pretty much on how do we hang on to your stuff for you, right? So different ages, you know, different age kids, very different priorities. The problem is most parents start out, most moms thinking, oh, I'm going to take care of my kid. Now they're 60, 70, 80 years old, the kids are grown up, and they still have the same concept. At the Life Plan Workshop, we try to explode those ideas, right, and really get mom to focus on mom. One of the nicest things you can do for your mom, frankly, is to remind her, look, it's really not about me anymore. You know, you don't have to be worried about me. You should be sure that you're worried about yourself. You should be sure that you take care of yourself first. You see, and that's what we teach at the Life Plan Workshops. We just added a couple of them on May 14th, you know, because Friday the 13th,
sure,
bad luck, right?
No, don't do that.
So Saturday the 14th, we're having two. It's a double header.
Okay.
But double header for the week after Mother's Day. Right. And, you know, really kind of looking forward to that.
Something else that's included, I know that we were talking off the air a little bit about wills and making sure that you have that lined up, you know, with Prince, just the whole hubbubaloo about that.
You know, one of the things that's, you hear it a lot, right? And that's, oh, I don't have enough to plan. I don't have enough to plan, right? I mean, we're not millionaires. What are we worried about? There's not enough here to be concerned about. And that is really such a wrong-headed way of thinking. I know I just told everybody I expect to come to the workshop. You're thinking wrong. But it's true. You know, Prince has got, what, $800 million plus a vault of unreleased music, and now the brothers and sisters are coming out of the woodwork.
Sure.
I think we're up to 6 now. Mm-hmm. And the long-lost one from L.A., you know, who's going to show up. Well, here's the deal. You have $800 million or $300 million. I've seen both numbers. You get to make mistakes. Are you with me on this?
Sure.
I mean,
you get a little wiggle room with that kind of money.
A little wiggle room.
If you're making $100,000,
right?
Or you only have $1 million maybe stored up,
right? Or a few $100,000. You've got the house and some savings. Right. You know, even after the federal government takes its 40% haircut off of Prince's estate, there's still quite a bit left for the brothers and sisters, right? So Prince gets to make those mistakes. I mean, you feel bad about it, but still, he gets to make them. Mom and dad, your mom, they don't get to make those mistakes, you know, and that's where it's even more important to get the planning done, because if you don't do it, right, then the money doesn't work for you as hard as it should. You see, when you don't have that, if you don't have $800 million, you know, we're the guys for you, because we'll make that money work very hard, you know, and you just have to. That's just the other side of it, you know.
Okay.
If you plan ahead, you've got plenty. If you plan ahead, if you don't, then it goes quickly because you don't get to make a second mistake.
Well, let's make
That's
sure
a-
we get the information out on the 2 workshops that you have coming up.
Sure.
To make sure that we get that. Once again, we can repeat that. Make sure you get to where to go and when.
Right. Now, here's the thing. We have actually 4 offices now.
Okay.
In Muskegon, if you work your way down the lakeshore, Muskegon, Holland, Kalamazoo. Then, of course, the home office here in Grand Rapids. We do workshops every single week here in Grand Rapids. We're doing twice, 2 workshops on May 14th. One from 10 a.m. to noontime, the second from 1 to 3. And then we'll alternate in Muskegon, Holland, and Kalamazoo. We'll do 2 workshops at one of those locations.
2-hour workshops.
It's a 2-hour workshop. It goes quickly.
Okay.
You get there and all of a sudden the thing is over. It really does go. It goes very fast. Of course, always the oatmeal raisin cookies.
Free of charge.
Free of charge.
All right.
Oh yeah. There's
Okay.
never any cost for that.
Sure.
That's sort of how we run the whole practice. There's never any charge for anything.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not to figure out what we can do for you. We typically have 4 to 5 hours working with our families before there's any, before they can hire us. I mean, that's how we do it, because it's so important that you understand what's going on, how it's going on. You go home, we don't take your keys. I mean, it's really a very low,
Low pressure.
Low
All right.
pressure.
Two
figure it out
workshops, May
right.
14th. That's where we're going to be. We'll get the
Right.
information up on the screen, or you can always find it on fox17online.com. There it is. There's the address.
Yep, those are the 4 locations that we have, right?
Okay, cool.
And
Thank you
then
very much.
every week.
Appreciate
Thanks,
it.
Todd.
Thanks. We'll be right back.